the place, guys. Ice. Good morning, my wonderful viewers and subscribers. It's your girl Cherry, and welcome back to the Drama Queen Show. Guys, I've been MIA for a little bit, just watching what's going on in America. It's no joke. It's no joke, I'm telling you. This deportation thing, I don't know, joke. Straight up, I'ma tell you, it's no joke. You see, right now, people getting deported back to Jamaica, back to Haiti, Venezuela, everywhere you can think of. If you're not straight in America, just know that there is a strong possibility that you can get deported back to your home country. Ice now play with nobody. My daddy give Ice a order and said scrape them up and send them back to them country, and Ice execute that order. They have no choice, because when the boss speak, and the boss say we forgot we had, and believe it or not, he might go catch as much as he can, and we're going back. Yes, guys. Anyway, we're seeing it now. People with green cards are going back home. They're sending them back home. Maybe they have some kind of criminal charges. I don't know on what grounds they are sending back home these green card holders. But don't even think, say, that it's bigger than me and you. No, man. All the whole away we have citizenship. Time I go come when none of we not safe. No, guys. I don't know how they're gonna do it, but the boss have a main goal to send one back immigrants, and he's getting to us one way or another. So they're starting with the illegal immigrants, then it's people with green card. If you all want to agree or disagree, this is just my opinion. Yeah, man, not even the citizens, them not safe. Yes, guys, if you were naturalized and you go in and you get your citizenship and you have your black book, none of we not safe, guys. None of us are safe. The best thing to do, I believe the best thing to do is to just be mindful that even if you are a naturalized citizen, it can reach us as well. So, all of us who threw stone behind us, we better prepare for anything. Prepare for the worst, but hope for the best.
There's nothing I could really say about this, right? Because, I mean, I don't have any control over it. The law is the law. I believe overall the people that are getting deported will be okay. If they got bad karma, I'm pretty sure they're gonna get their karma. If they was running from their country because they had enemies or something like that, I don't know. But I want to use this video to stress the importance of unity and properly expanding as a family, as a community, as a village. If you think back to the original man and woman coming together, their families coming together, they did not separate. um, based on getting their own house and having their own car and all this type of stuff. They separated based on building relations with another family, village, or group. They would, when the son got married, he would pretty much stay in the village he grew up in. When the daughters got married, they would go and live with the in the village or the family of the man that she married. And in doing so, those two villages or those two families bond as one. They may have been separated in terms of by villages, but they considered each other family at that point. It was a union, a bond to make them stronger. They did trades with each other, all types of stuff to build their relationships and trust amongst each other. To stay in contact and to communicate and to plan for future development as one. That was proper expanding. That was proper that was the proper way to expand your family, your power, your strength, your resources, your connections, and all that. We have lost touch with that in this matrix, right? That matrix has kind of torn us away from that. So we've lost sight of how important that structure was, or still is. That structure is still something we should be following. And the only people that are really following it are the ones that are controlling this matrix, because they understand how important it is. They may be following it under negative, under not so positive circumstances. That's to their own family detriment, right? That path that they chose, that they have to deal with those consequences. Even though it led them to power and control over so many and so much, it's destroying them from the inside out. It will tear itself down. It's only a matter of time. But that structure of expanding is still important. And I mention that with this video because a lot of the people that are coming from these other countries still kind of have that structure, that family connection, and those expanding ways. So when they come over here, most of them still have a home to go back to in their home country, because they didn't just come over here. Now, don't get me wrong, some was like, I have nothing here, I'm gonna take the risk and go over there. A lot of times that might be criminals or something like that, right? People that just are willing to do whatever, may have destroyed what they had going on in their hometown with their ways and decided to come across over here with that. But the normal, healthy way of doing it was deciding as a family or a village or a tribe or community who will be sent over here to this new country called America, so that they can establish a foundation there to generate wealth for the benefit of their community, of their family, of their village. however big it has gotten. That is proper expanding. And it starts as a family. Now, here in America, the family structure has been so corroded and corrupted. In order for those who have that type of mindset and want to, and who understand the importance of that structure, you would pretty much have to recreate your own family from scratch, right? Join with like-minded people. Build your own community, thus building your own village, because we think it's okay for us to have one family here in this state, another family over here in that state. Family is supposed to stay with close. Your children are supposed to have regular, daily interactions with your entire family. You don't supposed to be spread all over the place to the point where you can't visit each other with a simple walk. That's not at that point, you're not functioning like a healthy family. And this system understands that. And that's why it pushes, oh, you supposed to be at your mom's house and all this type of stuff at this age and doing your own thing and build and have your own money and all this type of stuff. That's lies. You're supposed to build and grow with your family, period. Your children, when they say it takes a village, that stems from that structure, because those families who had ties with each other through marriage, through their children, they came together and it forms a village. Just like another village not too far from them did. And then those two villages get to know each other and they start sending their females to each other to marry their sons, to prevent incest, because that's the proper way of expanding and growing and coming together. That's how the communities got bigger and bigger. But because of wars and stuff like that, things started getting overcrowded. They started forcing the communities together and expanding together in such chaotic ways that they were losing sight of those family structures and ties and bonds. And then they formed a government that was really focused on nothing but control and power, versus keeping everything organized and structured like a government is supposed to do. It shouldn't be, a government is not supposed to be about themselves. They supposed to be about maintaining proper structure within a large community. Since the communication became more difficult in those days. Today we have the technology where we don't really need the government. We got computers, internet, cell phone. We can communicate with each other just fine to recreate the structure that should have never been broken. That is probably the answer to our problems, right? That is recognizing that is the answer to all our problems right now. Just trying to rebuild that family structure. Coming together, rebuilding these communities proper communities, and no longer depending on the government to manage them. Because all the government has done is exploit them, turn them against each other, when it all supposed to just be one big family, one big community, everybody actually caring about each other, everybody actually viewing the other's children as a member of their community and caring for those children just as they would their own, because that's what it means to that's what they mean by the saying, it takes a village. That is the because when these children grow up with these different people to interact with and learn from, that is how they develop to be better than us and be able to take the future in their hands and do something better with it. That family structure is key. We are all one species, right? I mean, we are all human at the end of the day, and we should all be functioning like that. But because of our level of dysfunction at this point is so destroyed. Can't really sugarcoat that. It's horrible. It's destroyed. We are fighting each other for so many different reasons, for gender, all this type of craziness, black and white. It's necessary for us to break it back down to the basics, right? That has to happen. As I said, most of these immigrants that came here, it may be uncomfortable for them to get deported, especially after they done built something here for themselves, and now they got to go back to the struggle that they came from. If they were taking care of their family with the wealth that they was developing here, they'd be going back to a better life. That's why that's important, man. Never let this matrix strip that away from you. Never let that matrix strip that connection to your family away from you, as Americans have done. So if the immigrants are not operating like that, they need to start operating like that. This is a big lesson on why that is important. But nevertheless, we all need to be operating like that, because it provides security for our well-being. It provides proper structure. That is how humans have survived to this point and thrived to this point, because of that family structure, because of that community structure expanding properly. And now that this matrix has taken over to destroy that thing, things are becoming chaotic. It's destroying itself from within. And the people, as I said on the last video, you got one or two choices. Either you're going to stay in the burning building, crash down with it, and deal with all that comes with it, or you're going to self-prepare and start taking your lives into your own hands and stop depending on this system to take care of you. We're not children. I mean, we kind of been going backwards in terms of what it means to be adult, in my opinion. We're becoming more childlike in adult bodies, but we're capable of recovering from the damage that has been done. None of us are going to be perfect because, as I've said, the family structure has been, but it's up to us to find a way to come together and work together to rebuild this so that the future generations don't have these issues. So that they can't look at us and be like, damn, why did y'all not at least try to get it right? So that I have a little better footing to build on in terms of making it better. They got to start somewhere, people. And sitting up here talking about all I want to do is retire and enjoy the money I've collected for retirement or whatever, that ain't no, that's a matrix mindset, man. When you live your life with a purpose, your family matters just as much as your life. And like I said, yeah, we've been torn apart from our families, but that don't mean you can't rebuild. Find those like-minded people, come together. It's already people out here doing it. It's already people out here trying to do it, and it's already people out here doing it. Everybody needs to be trying to join in on that ASAP because time is running out. Like I said, if you either gonna prepare ahead of time so that you're not as affected as this by this system tearing itself down, or you just gonna get the worst of it right along with that system, man. It's up to y'all. But yeah, know that, man, that proper community growth and expanding, it's important that we understand how much we mean to each other and cut out all this individualism. Stop sitting up here just a whole bunch of nonsense, man. All the different, all because you black and white and all this type stuff. At this point, we have to separate based on race because we never came together properly in the first place. We never joined together properly in the first place. Really, it just wasn't the natural way for us to even come together and start creating children and all that type stuff. Huh? I think it's all gone. I'm gonna make some more in a little bit. But yeah, you can see the title. It's on the YouTube video if you want to watch the rest of it. I'm out.